So guys, boom, what a weekend for this man Robert Dillingham, the newly number 6 overall ranked player in the entire country in that 23 class. Now, like I said, this weekend was a pretty interesting weekend for Robert. A lot of coaches was actually in attendance to watch this man Robert Dillingham do his thing, get a better understanding of exactly how he can benefit their program. Guys, schools like Kentucky, North Carolina, I mean, if you guys don't know, a couple months back, Robert Dillingham, he made an announcement that he is going to be decommitting from North Carolina State. In my personal opinion, even at that time, even before that time, whenever he originally made his commitment to go to North Carolina State, I'm not gonna lie, I did not want this man Robert to go to a school like North Carolina. There's no disrespect to North Carolina. It was more on the fact that it's not a big time program. I want to see Robert play on a big time program, go to March Madness, get some eyes, get some more people, because you know, there's always those debates that Robert Dillingham, is he the best point guard in the country? Is DJ Wagner, is he the best point guard in the country? Simeon Wilcher, Mikey Williams, Brian. Guys, there's so many debates, and I feel like Robert Dillingham, he's definitely that dude. Like, if you watch Robert Dillingham just averaging close to 30 points a game this past year for Donda Academy, I don't know, the skill is there, the mindset is there, the confidence is there. I just want to see him play for a big time program, and I know everybody and their mama, they've already committed to so many big time schools. And considering everything that I just said, reason why I'm making this video is because this past weekend in the Nike EYBL circuit, Robert Dillingham, he had a chance to play against Simeon Wilcher, a top 10 player in the entire country, a top 3, 5, 1, 2. Some people say he's the best point guard in the country. He had a chance to play against Simeon Wilcher, and guys, this was definitely an interesting game to say the least. And like I said, a lot of coaches, they were in attendance. A lot of people had their eyes specifically on this game. And if you guys don't know, Simeon Wilcher, he's already committed to play at the University of North Carolina. And guys, if you think about it, Robert Dillingham, he's from North Carolina. I've heard some things, trust me, I've heard some things. I generally thought that Robert Dillingham, he was planning on going to North Carolina like earlier on. And like I said, things happen. I don't know what happened, but Simeon Wilcher, he's the point guard that UNC is targeting at the moment. And guys, yes, I know Simeon is already committed to go there, but trust me, they wouldn't mind a Simeon Wilcher and a Robert Dillingham duo. But how do you guys actually feel like that duo would actually play out? Do you think they're too small? Do you think they could actually coexist? Who would be the main ball handling point guard? But that's besides the point. We can talk about that a little bit later. Robert Dillingham and Simeon Wilcher, they had a chance to play against each other this past weekend in front of that UNC coach. And in that game, Robert Dillingham, not gonna lie, he showed up. He dropped 17 points and 5 assists, going 6 for 11 from the field and only playing 21 minutes in that game. Like I said, this man Robert, he was going off. I feel like he generally felt like he had a chip on his shoulder. He had something to prove. He was on a mission that day, and he definitely took care of business. Simeon Wilcher, he only finished with about 10 points in that game, going 3 for 10 from the field. But he also did drop in 6 assists, which is good to see. And he played 30 minutes in that game. Now, I think we can all agree that Robert Dillingham, he did outplay Simeon Wilcher in that game. I'm not saying that Robert Dillingham, he's better. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying this was a game that a lot of people were seeing just how they would match up against, and they were even guarding each other on a lot of these plays. But just the fact that, in my personal opinion, Robert is definitely one of the most unguardable players. I don't care who you throw at this man. It's going to be hard to stop him. And yes, I understand Robert can have some inconsistent nights at times. I understand that Robert, he can struggle from the field at times. But I don't know. I generally feel like in games that mean a lot, games that matter, he usually shows up. I mean, he also had a chance to play against Team Why Not. They ended up taking that victory thanks to Aiden Holloway with that game winner. But even in that game, Robert, he finished with 15 points, and he also shot 50% from the field. And I'm not gonna say he just had an exceptional game, but the fact that his presence was felt, those are just little things that I'm looking at, especially in big time games like this. I think that he definitely took care of business throughout this entire weekend. This was definitely a game that I know a lot of coaches and a lot of guys were definitely tapping into. And you watching this video, I want to know your opinion on Simeon Wilcher and Robert Dillingham. I honestly may make an in-depth video kind of comparing their games. If you guys want to see that, definitely comment that down below. I want to know if you think Robert Dillingham, if he's the best pure point guard in the draft. There's a lot of guys that I feel like are in this conversation, guys, underrated guys like Isaiah Collier, Simeon Wilcher, Caleb Foster, DJ Wagner. There's a lot of guys that Kylan Boswell, I mean, there's a lot of guys in this class that has potential to be something great, especially in college. But like I said, how do you guys actually feel about this entire situation? How do you think about this game? Do you think that Robert Dillingham, he's going to go to North Carolina? Do you think he's going to go to another program? Just comment down below, guys. Let's get a great basketball conversation started. I know this was just a quick, short video for you guys today. Just wanted to drop something. Smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Join the Discord down below. So close to 20,000 subscribers. And with all that being said, guys, thank you for watching. It's been another episode of Juice Made TV. Peace.